Myself, Professor Komal Kamra, I welcome you all on SST College of Arts and Commerce Edupedia platform. Today, I am going to take the subject Recruitment and Selection and topic Recruitment, which is for SYBMS Sem 3 HR Specialization students. Here we go. Recruitment, job analysis and job design. What is recruitment? Recruitment is a process of discovering sources of manpower to meet the requirements or the staffing schedule and to employ effective measures for attracting that manpower in adequate number to facilitate selection of an efficient working force. In a nutshell, if we say recruitment is to check, sort out and to see what is the gap between how much and which kind of manpower is required and which kind of manpower is available. The gap between that is to be bridged with the help of recruitment. Now let us see what are the factors of a sound recruitment policy. Every company has their different policies. Let us see what puts an impact on it. First is government policies. If a company or a corporate wishes to go for recruitment, they have to first fulfill or follow government policies related to HR. Second is personal policies of other competing organizations. A company definitely would wish to appoint right person at the right job to overcome the competitive problems or issues, or to generate competitive strength. They need to check the policies of their competitive organizations. Third is organizations' personal policies. Company frames their own policies as well for the better recruitment, that is selection of the right person for the right job, so that work gets done in time and qualitatively. Fourth is recruitment sources. It is very important area. Company has to check what sources are available for them for the purpose of recruiting persons, that is their internal sources as well as external sources. Most of the times small companies, they go for or they rely on internal sources of recruitments by informing or asking their existing employees to bring their known people and recruit the vacancies. Another is recruitment needs. Very important thing before framing the recruitment policy is the needs of recruitment. What we need and what we have and what can be fulfilled. Next is recruitment systems and procedures. Companies may have different recruitment systems and procedures. Few companies, they are very informal in recruiting people. Few companies, they go systematically by putting an ad, inviting applications, sorting out applications, calling people who have been sorted on the basis of their applications for interviews, medical, etc., etc. Selection criteria. Selection criteria is one very important thing, very important factor which can make the recruitment policy a sound one. It should be unbiased, or we can say it should be organized and systematic. Why do we go for recruitment? What are the objectives of recruitment? Let us see. To create a pool of prospective employees, we do recruitment. Second is to attract people with multi-dimensional skills and experience. A company always would prefer to have their human capital being multi-talented or multitasking. Third is to develop an organization culture that attracts competent people globally. Fourth is to act as a link between employees and job seekers. There is always a list or a herd of job seekers, as well as there are employers who are seeking for the employees. So, how to get connected with each other, recruitment does that. What's the need? There are vacancies due to promotions. If one person is being promoted, shifted from the lower post to the upper post, his post gets vacant, that means promotion creates vacancies, transfers. If a person is being transferred from one branch to another, so that vacancies are to be created, that vacancies are to be fulfilled. Termination. In certain cases, some people are terminated and their vacancies are to be fulfilled. Death of the employee, and then labor turnover, labor turning over to some other job, leaving the job creates vacancies. That needs recruitment. Scope of recruitment process. What are the areas being covered when we follow a recruitment process? First area is identify the number of vacancies arising. First, it is our foremost duty or the duty of the HR to take care of how many people or how many new vacancies are there and how many people are to be recruited at those places. Next is to structure different recruitment policies for different categories of employees. There may be variety of people or variety of vacancies in the same organization. Some may be related to production, some may be related to accountancy, some may be related to marketing. So the HR department has to fulfill those vacancies by creating different policies suiting to those different vacancies. Next is ensure a fair comparison of recruitment policy with general policy. There must be a comparison or there must be compatibility with the general policy and recruitment policy so that things go smoothly and recruitment and selection process goes properly. Create a pool of candidates to facilitate scientific selection. Here scientific selection refers to choosing of right person with the right job with the right skills. It covers people at all levels of management. Of course, recruitment is done for all levels of management, whether it is top level management, whether it is middle level management, lower level management, or the ultimately the employees or the workers level. Now let us go through what is the process of recruitment. How do we recruit? First is we have to identify the required numbers and sources of supply. Here sources of supply refers to internal sources, that is within the organization. If we have people, those who want to change their post, change their department, or change a nature and type of work they want, that is an option open to all. That is internal sources. Another is our external sources. That means sources which are generated by employment exchanges, placement agencies, colleges, campus interviews, or many more. Next is publicize job details. It is very important step coming under process of recruitment. If we want to go systematically and we owe a huge organization, we need to publicize, that is advertise what are the job details we need in the persons. Encouraging prospective job seekers to apply in large numbers. In the publicity or when we publicize the job details or when we advertise, it is our duty to attract job seekers from varied field, varied areas, so that we get varied people and we get opportunity to choose from them. Evaluating recruiting efforts. We have to evaluate what under the recruitment process we have done, whether we have gone correct or wrong. Next is analysis of job analysis. Job analysis is a process identifying and determining in detail the particulars of job duties and requirements and relative importance to these duties for a given job. That means job analysis is a process of analyzing and deciding what exactly roles and responsibilities the particular job is to fulfill. Next is job analysis process. It's very important to go through the job analysis process. It's very important as it is covering two different areas. One area is job description, another is job specification. Now let's try and understand what is job description. Job description includes title of the job, that means the post, manager, assistant manager, clerk, accountant, etc. That is job title. Second is job location. The locality of the person who is going to be posted or selected may be Mumbai, Pune, Delhi. That means specifically job location. Next is job summary. Summarizing the job requirements, the details of the job. Next is reporting to whom the person is supposed to report. If he is being appointed as assistant manager, he is to report to the manager. Working conditions. What would be the working conditions? What would be the working timings? Etc. etc. Everything is to be described under the title job description. Job duties, what exactly the person has to perform in the form of his duties. machines to be used. If a person is to be appointed in production department, what would be the machines to be given to him? If he is working as an accountant, what kind of softwares or computers he is going to work with, and different hazards. Hazards relates to issues or problems or maybe certain obstacles, or in a nutshell we can say it can be the difficulties coming in the job. It is also to be mentioned properly under job description. Now let us move to the job specification. Job specification is specifying the requirements in the personnel, that is the human resource. What is required? Qualification. What qualification we need in the person whom we want to select? Experience. If he has experience or particular number of years of experience is also to be mentioned. Training. What kind of training he needs or will be given. Skills. What skills does he possess and how to develop those skills. Responsibilities. What will be his responsibilities? How much or to what areas he will be accountable for. Emotional. How emotionally strong he is. That means emotional quotient of the person is to be checked with the help of emotional characteristics. Sensory demands. That is what exactly is being demanded as per his presence of mind and other his personal qualities. Job description. We discussed things about job description, defining about the job. Now, what's the need of job description? Why do we need to describe the job? Because communication, we need to communicate what we require. Employees know what is expected in a job. It defines accountability. Accountability is the answerability. Employees are not supposed to fulfill their responsibilities or duties. They are equally accountable or answerable for the work they have done. Next is organizational efficiency. To enhance or add on to the organization's efficiency, job is being described clearly, which is helping them eliminate duplication of responsibilities, duplication of work done by different people, and identifying hiring criteria. What would be the criteria of hiring such employees whom we require? Next is contains. What contains we have discussed, that is job identification, summary, duties, relation to other jobs, supervision, machine tools, equipments, working conditions and hazards, etc., etc. Now let's move to specification. Job specification is specifying the requirements of a job which must be possessed in the form of qualities in the human resource. Let us see what are the methods of job specification. How we can specify the job. Diary method, we can maintain diaries. Questionnaire method, we can give them questionnaire to the prospective employees. We can use technical competency method, we can check their technical competency. We can take their personnel interviews, that is communicating with them in person. We can take their group interviews, so that how actively they perform in groups or in teams is being observed. Another is observation method, the simplest and the oldest, and the natural method is observation method. And then is record method, keeping records of people, what they did, what they were supposed to do, and complete job record. Next is job design, designing a job. If a recruiter or HR manager wants to design a job, he has to simplify the job first. That is, make the things simple to understand, simple to frame, simple to follow, simple to evaluate, and simple to judge. Job rotation, there must be provision for rotating the person from one job to another, so that he is not feeling fatigue, boredom or tired. Job rotation creates interest amongst employees because they are getting opportunity to learn a lot of or variety of tasks. Then only they can be called as multitasking. Another thing coming under job design is job enrichment. Just add on certain important duties in the list of the job to the employee. He will feel enriched. He will feel being considered. Next is job enlargement. Job enlargement here refers to enlarging the nature and type of activities by giving additional responsibilities so that the person learns more of the work. Next is benefits of job design. If you have designed the job, what will be the benefits? Very simply, it increases job satisfaction, it reduces job fatigue, that is tiresome plus boredom, improves the quality of work, provides meaning to work, provides challenging work, increase output and decrease cost, decrease attrition rate. Attrition rate refers to people continuously leaving the job, leaving the company. If in one company, people from different departments or same department are continuously one by one leaving the job, is attrition rate. Next is job design methods. There are methods which we discussed: job rotation, job enrichment, job simplification and enlargement. It begins with simplification, simplifying things to understand and follow. Now there are various strategies or approaches or techniques of job design. First is job specialization. Just give training to people so that they become specialized in a particular type of job. They become expertise. Second is rotation. Let them learn each and every type of work. Enlargement. Keep on adding on responsibility. Job enrichment. Just enhance their posts, enhance their salaries, enhance their work culture and facilities. Job characteristics, main features of the job. Work team. The work team is also a very important approach. If working with teams is given, the persons learn to manage the teams and work with teams. Factors affecting job design. If we are doing job design, what are the factors? First factor is organizational factor. That is, what is the task of organization, what is the workflow, what is the ergonomics. Ergonomics here refers to man-machine relationship. Say for example, we people are sitting on a table, sitting on a chair and writing on a table that has been created or made as per our height. So it becomes easier for us to write. So chair and table are the best method to write. So that is the example of ergonomics. Another example of ergonomics is making of computer tables. Computer tables are another example because they are structured in such a way so that a person can simply, easily, without any strain to their back or neck, can work. Likewise, ergonomics in corporate or industries plays a very, very important role. It is related to man-machine relationship. Next is work practices. Then is environmental factors, employee abilities and availabilities, social and cultural expectations. Then is behavioral factor, that is behavior of company to employees behavior to company. Feedback, autonomy, that is how much feedback freedom they have, how much freedom they have, autonomy to speak up, to generate or share their ideas or pains and problems. And variety, giving variety. Now there are certain issues or problems in designing a job. First is telecommuting, work from home, people are working from home. In that case, job design strategies are not being followed properly. Job sharing, if one person is sharing his job with other, the work may not get done because it may be shouldering one's responsibilities on other. That is buck off, a management term. Flexible working hours, it is also a problem. People would wish to, mainly female, they request or they are being allowed to work as per their flexible working hours or as per their availability after taking care of their home and children. Alternative work pattern, there may be alternative work pattern to be offered, but it may be an issue in job designing. Take no stress, there may be stress related to technology because old or very senior people of an organization, they may not be well versed or familiar with the technological developments. Next is task revision. When the task is to be revised, it may be a problem and job design needs changes. Now let us go through what are the sources of recruitment. We are talking on the lines of recruitment and selection. Recruiting, that is finding out what is required as manpower. Internal sources we have discussed already: promotion, transfers, upgrading, demotion, retired employees, retrenched employees, death of employees. Another is external via advertisement, campus recruitment, placement agencies, outsourcing consultancies, employment exchanges, labor contractors, etc., etc., are many more methods of external sources of recruitment. Now, modern methods of recruitment. What is going on presently? What is being accepted in industry? That is modern methods. First is like, share, message, use of social media, post, like, share, comment. We are basically very much used to all this, which has created new gates for recruitment. Next is EHRM, electronic HRM. It has become a common thing after COVID, during COVID, and most of the companies, they are using EHRM, e-selection. Say for example, I want to apply in Dubai. I don't need to go and appear for an interview over there by spending my time and energy and money over there. I may be selected online with the help of video conferencing and all other possible methods, maybe online examination, online interviews, online video conferencing, online training, everything can be online. That is e-selection. Next is e-recruitment, recruiting through electronic devices or electronic media. Next is e-compensation. Compensation is also being given to us by using various apps or electronic wallets. E-learning, we are learning, we are getting training, undergoing the process of development via e-learning process. Next is e-performance management. We don't need to check the person physically, the work done by him physically. We simply can check the reports and the time devoted by him while working or during working hours. We can check it via e-performance management, which is becoming very common and easier for everybody. And fortunately, e-performance results can be shared immediately. Next topic is evaluation of recruitment. How to evaluate recruitment program, whether our program is proper or not. Let us see what are the points. One is the number of successful placements. How many people were successfully placed? The number of hiring. How many people in total we have hired? The number of offers made. What different offers have been made by us and what different offers have been put forth by the tentative or prospective employees. The number of applicants or applications. For example, if we had 10 vacancies, how many applications or how many applicants were the job seekers for the same? The cost involved is very much important. Recruitment is not free of cost. It is expensive activity. That's why most of the companies these days are going for e-recruitment, which saves their time, energy and money, mainly money. And most of the companies are allowing their employees to work from home. That is also because of the reason they are saving their money, time and energy. The cost involved, the time taken for filling up the position, that is the procedures, the time taken by the procedures, etc. for recruitment. One very important and interesting area which has developed since years is outsourcing. When a company, out of their functions, they are outsourcing or giving away one or the another function to be taken care to any other outside expert company with all the facilities with them, is called as outsourcing. It is organization, it develops organization, it helps us in manpower planning, it supports us in compliance of all the policies, rules, regulations of government as well as company. It offers trainings as well. Benefits are many more because we are getting ready, trained employees, recruiting via outsourcing, because HR companies, they are the outsourcing agencies giving all types of human resources required any moment by any company. Compensation is also being decided and discussed, or you can say designed by HR outsourcers. Employee relations, maintaining relations with employee, maintaining relations with customers in the form of customer care centers, performance management, how to manage performance of everybody. Everything is being outsourced with the help of HR outsourcing. Now it is just clicking our fingers on PC or mobile and we can get the required persons. Now there are always both the sides of the coin. If we are going for outsourcing, we don't have time and we are relying on outsourcing agencies, there has to be some plus points and some minus. Advantages of outsourcing are significant reduction in costs and creating new revenue areas. That is cost reduction. An increase in the financial resources of the business. At low cost, we are getting competent manpower. That's why it is increasing our financial resources. A decrease in fixed investments. We are not investing by any fixed setup for calling people, interviewing them or recruiting them. We are simply going for outsourcing. Things are getting readily available. Higher quality and effectiveness. We are getting qualitative and efficient employees with proficiency at work. More utilized from functional experts. Here, functional experts are working as outsourcing agencies, so they are giving us the same. Economies of scale. Economies of scale refers to the benefits of large scale. If at one time we are selecting or bonding with or tie up with an outsourcing company, they will give us the employees in bulk whenever we require. So we are getting benefits of large scale. Creating competitive advantage by focusing on core competencies. We can focus on outsourcing can give us benefit of giving us core competent people. Opportunity to test new demands in the market with outsourcing cheaper. Outsourcing has become cheaper as compared to the processes of recruitment followed by the companies. Here are certain drawbacks of outsourcing. First is the need for a higher level and more complex communication. It really requires complex communication. Things are not so much easy. So communication has to be perfect. Next is problems arising from the entry of new actors, that is in business, personalities and demands into the system. There are always new entrants in this outsourcing company, outsourcing industry, so it's difficult to trust on whom we should trust or whom we should select, the old one, the existing one or the new one. Decreased trust in the eyes of the employees and the union. Many companies, they may, for the sake of recruiting, may recruit incorrect person at the incorrect place. So that may create problems. Then alienation of customers with the transfer of the function to the service providers that the customers is used to. Many a times recruiters or outsourcing companies, they change their employees. So customers may not be comfortable with those change in the frontline employees. Inconvenience that may arise from long-term agreements for short-term savings. Yes, if we are going for outsourcing and we are going for the tie-up for long-term, it may create problems for us for a longer period of time. Loss of service and personnel control over time. Many cases have been evident of outsourcing that companies, those who are outsourcing for their HR requirements, they lose the control over their employees, and it's outsourcing companies slowly and gradually they fail in providing the same qualitative services to their old clients as well. Conflict with the supplier business and causing new problems. It has been observed that a common problem between both the parties, the outsourcing agencies and the company who is going for outsourcing, there may be clashes. And the last is the obligation to continuously monitor supply performance. It is very obligatory to continuously monitor the supply performance, that is the supply of human resources from the outsourcing agencies with whom we have entered into a contract, a long-term contract. They may not supply us on regular intervals, they may miss out, they may create problems, or they may deteriorate their qualities of supply. So here I wind up my topic, recruitment. We will be continuing with the second part, that is selection, in the next session.